Welcome back. You know, there were lots of men who made their stamp on pro sports in Philadelphia back in the 1960s. But our next story doesn't include names like Chamberlain, Bunning, and Bednarik. In fact, the man we're talking about wasn't a professional athlete at all. What he was an innovator, a creator. And as John Bork explains, his influence is felt on Broad Street even today.
Sports is a reminder that change is constant. Even a structure packed with concrete and reinforced steel is vulnerable. On the same day Ed Snyder introduced Philadelphia to the Spectrum, the Flyers owner also revealed another creation that to this day still proudly stands.
My dad, I know when he was given the job, he was given the name Flyers, and he was also given the team colors, which would be orange and black. And from there, he had to design the jersey as well as the logo. And that's how it all started. These are just some logos. I'm not even sure which way, but if you look at these things, the way he designs, a lot of them you can't tell, you know, which way it looks good every way. You're just not sure.
Judge Ciccone can't identify most of the work in his father's original portfolio, but the one that's clearly distinguishable can be found in his office, now framed, a gift he received on Father's Day.
That's the only thing I have with the Flyers, other than whenever I look around, I see the shirts, the jerseys, you know, it's on the Sports Center, it's on people's cars, so this is the only thing I have from him that he did.
45 years ago, Sam Ciccone, together with the Mel Richmond Company, designed this city's most iconic sports symbol, the winged P.
Everything they had done for us was just first class, stationery, signage, and different things. And we said we want a logo that's strong, that depicts hockey and speed and Philadelphia. Well, he came up with 3 or 4 that were all great. And I remember we spread them out on Ed Snyder's sofa in his office on these pieces of cardboard. And we looked at them, and we immediately said, that's it.
It does say that this was considered, this is the P with the orange dot to represent the puck, was considered the obvious choice over his other designs, which included a wing skate.
3 years ago, the Hockey News conducted a fan poll of their favorite logo. And even though the Flyers aren't an original 6 team, their winged P was voted as one of the 6 best in the entire NHL.
So many teams have changed their logos. There's one team that's had six logos already. And you just don't identify with it. Well, obviously they don't have the right logo. The logo that Sam made for us is an icon in sports. It's recognizable everywhere. It's clean, it's simple, it's powerful.
If the design represents speed, then it was the Bullies who added an element of brutality to it. And it wasn't until 10 years after its creation when Ciccone's image went global.
Here we are, an expansion team, unknown, and now that logo's known throughout the world. I'll never forget during the Cold War when we had the Russian game and we destroyed them here at the building in 1976. There was a big cartoon in Pravda, and it had a big giant guy with a club with a big Flyer logo beating up the little Russians, you know. I've always loved that cartoon, but the logo is known now around the world.
Well, I was in Mexico a few years back, and I was on the beach and kind of got lost, and it was a desolate area, and a couple of tough-looking hombres came walking over to me, and I thought I was in big trouble, and they go, "Flyers, Flyers, you know Bill Cosby?" There was no connection, but that's what they knew. So instead of getting beat up and robbed, I was, maybe because I had the logo, I got a free pass.
Like the crest he created, Sam Ciccone wasn't original. Logos and fonts were uniquely hand-carved, and his colors were blended from pencils and markers. It's no surprise that Sam retired around the same time graphic design was going computerized.
In his mind, I mean, you did it, you only have one shot at it and you did it right, and it should stand, it should stay. I mean, it should stand the test of time. But that's just the way he was. Everything was one time, and if it's a gimmicky thing, then he used to say it's Mickey Mouse. And that means that, you know, it's not going to stick, and it's, you know, it's a gimmick. So he did once.
We've never changed it. We've never changed our colors. We've never basically changed our design, and I'm very proud of that.
Well, Ciccone's creativity did not stop with that Flyers logo. In fact, he is credited with the original 76ers logo, a close resemblance to the throwback logo that the team brought back a few years ago and is still using today.